guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a super fun clubbing makeup tutorial. To get this started off, we are going to be using this peachy brown shade for our transition color. So with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to be applying that straight into my crease and really blurring that out upwards and downwards. So once you've got that the way you like it, we're going to take the color directly to the right of this. This is actually the Morphe 35O palette. I forgot to mention that. This is just slightly a darker color and then a little bit more orangey. So we're slowly going to continue to build that color up more and more until the crease is really dark with a really warm tone. So I'm going again one more to the right, and I'm taking the slightly darker color, still in the kind of same warm orangey brown family, and just really focusing this on the very outer third of my eye and then slowly kind of working that in. So the next color I'm picking up is this one right here. This one is slightly more red than the other ones we've used, but it's still kind of in that orangey brown family. This one's more of like a brick red. And I'm just going to be blending this into the other colors. I know we just laid down a whole bunch of colors onto our eye, but as you can see, it really helped us create that gradient effect. And this deeper color right here is just gonna give my eye a little bit more depth and make my crease a little bit more pronounced. So after I've got that the way I like it, I'm then going to just drag this color down on it to my lid. To make sure the pigment I'm using on my lid is super metallic, I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever Mist and Fix to spray my brush and then dipping that right into the pigment. The color I'm using for my lid is Insomnia by Makeup Geek. This is literally one of my favorite pigments of all time. You can see how amazing it is. So shortly after applying that, I decided I needed the crease to be a little bit darker for this color to blend into it. So I'm just kind of taking this ashy brown color right here to kind of offset all of the warm tones and then also to deepen it up a little bit so that this darker lid color blends better. So I'm just slightly applying that into the crease and making sure that's all nice and blended, and then I'm going to go back and apply more of that pigment because as you can see, I lost a little bit of the intensity while applying that crease color. So I'm just going back and touching this up, and then I'm going to follow the same pattern I did for my crease on my lower lash line. So again, just layering all of those colors until it's nice and smoked out. After that, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of black liner to my lower waterline. So I'm just going to be applying this right there, and then I'm going to be taking a smudge brush and just kind of smudging this down into the other shadows to really smoke it out. Then I'm going to take that pencil brush that I was using again for the eyeshadow colors on my lower lash line and just continue to blend the black liner with the shadow that was left over on the brush. Of course, with a look like this, you can bet that I'm going to be doing some winged liner. So today I'm actually trying this for the first time. This is the ColourPop gel liner, the black one, and I'm just using my little Sigma liner brush to apply this on with. I have an in-depth video on winged liner, so if you want to know more in-depth details on the technique that I use to do this, you can see that there, and I will have that link down below. But I'm just popping on a wing, and then I'm going to apply this color Afterglow. It's a pigment from Makeup Geek to the inner corner, and then just hit my lashes with a couple coats of mascara. For my lashes, I'm going to be using my all-time favorite, the Iconic from House of Lashes. You guys know I'm so obsessed with those. They look absolutely amazing. I have a video on that too, so I'll have that link down below for your reference. I'm just going to move on to my bronzer. I'm just using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and the small little contour brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to be applying this into the hollows of my cheek, the very tip of my nose, and the sides just to kind of bring it all together. And then I'm also going to be applying this around my forehead, so just kind of up to the temples and then the top part, just to kind of make sure this look all flows together well and we're nice and bronzed. For my blush, I'm going to be using this color from Milani. This is Romantic Rose, and I would have showed you guys, but it's broken up into a million pieces, and I couldn't really hold it up to the camera without making a mess. It's a gorgeous color though. For my highlight, I'm going to be using MAC's Soft and Gentle. Same situation with that, you guys. I actually dropped them both on the floor, and so I need to fix them up so they're not all smashed up anymore. But anyway, that's what I did for my blush and highlight. So of course, just doing the tops of the cheekbones. And since this is a really dramatic look, I went hard with the highlighter. So I just did there, and then I also did the very tip of my nose, the Cupid's bow, the whole nine. On the lips, I'm going to be using this color Trap from ColourPop. This is one of their liquid lipsticks. This was actually the first time I had used this color as well, and I was obsessed with the way it turned out. I feel like it just complemented that pigment really nice because the pigment kind of had a mauvey purple undertone just like this lipstick does, so I really like the way this all came together. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and I will see you next time.